Hi, welcome to Bar Cart Bookshelf, a video series about books and the drinks they inspire. My name is Elias, and today we're talking about The Atlas Paradox by Olivie Blake. The Atlas Paradox is the second book in the Atlas series. We covered book 1, The Atlas 6, earlier this year with a cocktail called The Alexandrian Initiation, and seeing as The Atlas Paradox just arrived at the end of October, and seeing how, imagine the planning, November is Dark Academic Fantasy Month here on Bar Cart Bookshelf. Of course, we had to take some time to talk about the Atlas Paradox. Book 2 picks up right where Book 1 left off, with our erstwhile 20-something-odd year-old magicians, Medeans, being initiated into the secretive Alexandrian society, and beginning the second year of what I call the world's worst master's program, especially when you think about what it costs to get to that second year. And it's here in this second year that we start to see a little bit of a difference from book 1. There are no longer formal lessons. Everybody's working on their own independent research, and while they're still engaged in this academic atmosphere and this environment, they have a little more distance from it and a little more leeway to pursue their own interests and to explore what that is, to separate in different ways and to come back together with fresh dynamics. One of the things that really sells the series is these character dynamics and seeing the different ways in which they become dependent on each other, or play with their loyalties and explore their grand ideas together. And as a reader of book 1, this went in some fun and surprising directions as well. But it's not totally at all, or in any way, distant from the academic trappings of the series and of this world. Not only do we see this through the perspective of our Alexandrian initiates, but also we get the opportunity to explore some of the more commonplace magical universities in the novel, and we do so in a very effective way later on in the novel. So that's something to look forward to as we get at the real sort of question in the heart of the novel and sort of in the heart of the series, which is, what do knowledge workers and what do knowledge producers, what do scholars owe to communities? What do the powerful owe to communities? And we explore that in some really fruitful ways here in book 2, while having all of those fun, vibey character dynamics as well. Very much enjoyed Atlas Paradox. Looking forward to book 3, The Atlas Complex, hopefully next year. And of course, we needed to make a drink. Today's drink is called Independent Study, and it is a mocktail. Been a couple of weeks since we've had a mocktail, and given that there are some extreme negative feelings around one character in particular's alcohol and substance use, I thought that it would be especially appropriate to have a mocktail here. And so without any further ado, why don't we turn to this week's drink? So we're going to start our independent study with 2 1/4 ounces of Lapsang Souchong tea. It's this nice smoky tea. You might recall that we used Scotch whiskey and Islay Scotch as an accent note in our cocktail inspired by the Atlas 6, and so bringing some of that smokiness back into play, and that obscurity of smoke, the way that smoke clouds our vision and obscures intent, felt appropriate for the Atlas Paradox here as a through line and a fresh dynamic and approach. To sweeten things up, we're going to get 3/4 of an ounce of orgeat, America's favorite syrup, this wonderful magical ingredient, almond syrup that is scented with orange blossom water, nutty, floral, really sort of elevates things and is going to complement that tea in a really lovely way. And then finally, nice simple mocktail, 3-ingredient mocktail, very easy. We're going to get some lavender bitters in there. Again, another sort of floral herbal note. We see at one point lavender comes through like a snap and in a way that really stuck with me. And so we're going to get a good couple dashes in there. I'm using the Strong Water lavender bitters made in Colorado. Really nice herbal mountain lavender, and you're going to want to get 3 or 4 dashes into your mixing glass. Now we'll add our ice. Wonderful, wonderful. And start to cook our cocktail to do this magical alchemical transformation as we blend our ingredients, as we move them into fresh and different dynamics. Lovely, lovely. And I'm going to give that about 20 seconds or so, sort of until you're getting more towards an equilibrium of your ice and your liquid. That's looking good. Set our spoon aside, get our handy-dandy julep strainer, and get that on the edge there. Take our stemmed cocktail glass. I'm using a nice vintage glass here with a sort of smoked exterior. Again, this obscurity and change really is a major through line in the book, as readers will see. We're just going to strain that right on in there. There you go. And there you have it. This is the Independent Study, a mocktail inspired by the Atlas Paradox. The Atlas Paradox is available now. Got a link to snag the book down below, as well as to the Boston Shaker, where we get all of our ingredients like lavender bitters, our tools, that sort of thing. To Twitter and Instagram, where there's a written version of today's recipe. Hopefully, Twitter will continue to be around for a while. Otherwise, we'll be linking elsewhere for our written versions of recipes. I am now on Mastodon as well, and I'll have a link to that in the description below if that's a platform that y'all are trying out too. Please try the drink. Let me know what you think. Snag the Atlas Paradox. You're going to have a lot of fun, especially if you've already had a lot of fun with the Atlas 6. Try the drink. Let me know what you think. Tune in next week and the week after for more of our Dark Academia Fantasy Month content. Got a cocktail and a mocktail coming up for you to round out our November. Please like, share, subscribe. Please hit that like button. It really does make me very happy. And tune in on Tuesdays at noon so you never miss an episode. Until next time, cheers.